Hello, beautiful souls, and welcome back to the channel. This is the message of the day for the 20th of November, and the deck we are going to use is the Pure Magic Oracle by Andreas Engracia. Okay, so if you can see it. I do apologize a bit for the setup. I am trying to correct it, but until I can get a decent cam, maybe a light ring or something, we are stuck with what we have, I guess. So, um, take your time to choose the card that calls the most to you. And in the meantime, let me tell you a bit about the oracle itself. I really like this oracle because I think it's really easy to connect with it. Okay, and you can do several types of readings with this deck, even though it is a bit more spiritual than some. Okay, it is connected to the elements: earth, air, fire, water, and you have cards associated with each element. And I think that for me at least, these cards are really easy to connect to and really easy to interpret. And I love the stock. I love everything about these cards, to be honest. Yeah, I probably should like a review video instead of just jumping on the message of the day. Okay, so if you've chosen your card, I would like to then put the timestamps on the description below. And let's get to it. So, for the first message, if you've chose the first message, we have Herbal Craft, Regeneration Plant Medicine Caretaker Bloomer, and we have Closing Circle, Pure Intent, Sacred Doors, Timing, Experience. Okay, so you might be a person who has good intentions. You might be someone who is a caretaker or who cares deeply about others. And you might be feeling a bit worn down, a bit tired. And I believe here the message is to take time to regenerate yourself. If you're someone that goes more to the traditional type of medicine instead of modern one, and there's nothing wrong with either of them. They're both a choice. I do believe they complement each other. You should maybe take a deep breath. Enjoy your little teas. Enjoy your alternative medicine. Take care of yourself, because if you don't take care of yourself, you cannot take care of your others. If you don't love yourself first and make sure that you are healthy and that you are in top shape, it will be very hard for you to assist others. And I know this is something that many of us struggle with, which is like, we have to do this, we have to do that, and the modern world is happening, action. And for some of us who enjoy that there is nothing wrong with that. But even for the most active of us, I believe that there is a need to stop and reflect and give yourself some self-love. You have a lot of experience. Maybe you just need to find the right timing. Take some patience to take care of yourself, all right? Because in the long game, this will help others as well. Because if you are worn down and trying to help someone, you will not have the focus, the patience to do like your 200% the way you enjoy doing. And when you are your best self, you also bring the best care to others. So view it like that, okay, beautiful soul? So I guess that's the message for deck number 1. And for deck number 2, we now have, the first card is the Jinn, wildness, enigma, service, choices. You can see it. Okay. And then we have a second card which is called sylphs. Peace, agent of change, impact, importance. So, you might be a very, very fiery person. You like mystery, you are wild, but you are also an agent of change. What you do impact others. Well, what we all should remember, especially us of the fire signs, because we are very impulsive at times, um, is that everything we do, every choice we make impacts the universe around us. Every choice we make impacts the vibrations around us. Everything we do impacts the earth below us, around us, above us. Um, I know that we are in a world that is very self-centered. Uh, we are me first nowadays, and in some ways we have to be, because we live in this world and we need to live by the rules of it. And in some situations, it's a dog world and it's eat or be eaten, and you have to do what's best for you. But at the end of the day, we are also here to serve a higher purpose. And each of us has our own purpose, and that's just the way it is. And no, it's no one's business what it is, or if you've even found it, because sometimes your purpose is subconscious. You don't have to know it to be able to do it. Um, and the choices we make affect all, not only ourselves, not only our path here, but also all those around us, everything around us in energy, and our vibrational choices affect everything. So I do believe you are here to be an agent of change, an agent of peace. You have impact, you matter, and it's time you realize that. Um, think, I know that it's hard sometimes just not to jump at chances, but try to reflect on things before you do them. You have importance, your choices are important, not only to you, but to the universe. So do what's best for you, but also think on how it impacts others. That was a deep one, I guess. So thank you, deck number 2, and let's move on to deck number 3. So, in deck number 3, we have snakeskin, information, secrets, body language, senses. And we have brigade, psychic flames, sacred milk, druid magic, 333. Okay, so wow, we now have fire on fire. 2 fire cards for deck number 3. So, um, you might be a person with a deep connection, and um, you might be able to read others a lot through body language. Um, you also have your own secrets, and everyone has them, and that there's nothing wrong with that. But I believe that what comes here in these 2 cards is, so we have here the snake, and the snake is an earthly animal, but also a fire animal in its spirituality. And along the centuries, we have given the snake a dark connotation, but we shouldn't. It's not the snake's fault what people do with them or how people perceive them. They are just a creature like all of us, with a soul. Um, and here the goddess Brigid, which is a Celtic goddess. And you might be being called to uh, your Celtic side, maybe your soul history is very connected to the Celtic lore or to the Celtic ritual. Um, you might feel that you are going through something spiritual, and it's hard. Um, it's baby steps because the spiritual awakening is no joke. So, in this case, embrace yourself. Um, if you feel a call to it, try to learn more about the druids and spend more time in nature. Um, for example, we know a lot about Arthurian legend is that in our culture, and druid magic is a big part of that. So you might try to read a bit about it, just as a starting point. The important thing here, I feel, is that you need to filter everything you read because everything you read uh, comes through someone. And just read it, take your time to reflect on it, and believe and decide what resonates with you. Um, I feel that here you might also be called to pay attention to the world around you. Um, People will let you know a lot about what they feel or what they think through their body language. Trust your senses, and above all else, trust yourself, beautiful soul. If your gut tells you something, maybe your gut is right. They do say that the bowel is directly linked to the brain, you know. Uh, I digress. Just trust yourself, reflect, embrace your truest self, because I believe that is the message for you today. And I would like to thank you all for being here, and I hope you have a great day. And I'll see you next time. Bye. Will you stop?